Hi, this is Life Coach David. Thanks for listening to the Law of Attraction podcast. And you can find out more about me at lifecoachdavid.com. We've been talking about the book, Excuse Me, Your Life is Waiting. And the last few chapters have focused on thinking about what we want compared to what we don't want. And sometimes we might think we're focusing on what we want, but it's still coming from lack. And the best way to do it is to get into the feeling place of what you want. Really feel how wonderful it would be to have it and get into as many details about it and spend at least 17 seconds focusing on how it would feel to have it and how your life would improve and how excited it would be. And once you get into that high vibration feeling place, you know it's on its way. And I also wanted to ask you, are you setting yourself up for success in all areas of your life? So take a minute and think about that. Like, what are you deliberately doing in various areas of your life that you know is going to help in some way? We're all responsible for what we're attracting. So let's all set ourselves up for success so we can attract what we want. It sounds simple, right? So now I'm going to continue reading from Excuse Me, Your Life is Waiting by Lynn Grabhorn, and there's some wonderful law of attraction information in there, and she has a very funny way of explaining it, but it all comes down to wonderful information. And the next section of the book is called That Magic Valve. One of the best ways I've heard to describe feel-good energy is the analogy of a valve or nozzle, the kind you find on a fire hose, where the valve and the fire hose is what carries the energy flow from our source, the greater part of us that we're forever connected to. That stream of non-physical energy is what we really are, an unfathomable force of joy, abundance, and security. Most of the time we keep ourselves cut off from that full stream of energy. How? With our closed valve negative energy. But when we tune in, turn on, and feel good, we open that magic valve to let our high vibrational flow flood through us. Now we feel alive, up, vibrant, energetic, excited, turned on, all better known as happy. Like the water pressure in our hose, the energy is always there, but we have to take purposeful, deliberate steps to open that rusty old valve if we want our high frequency source to flow through. Having an open valve, also known as feeling good, means positive energy is flowing to us, through us, and from us, and we're creating on purpose. Having a closed valve, anything that feels good isn't, means we're flowing negative energy, resisting our natural flow, and creating by default. This doesn't mean we have to be flapping around higher than a kite all day long. All we have to do is squeak open our valve even a crack, and we instantly let in a little bit more of that life-giving flow. If we can find ways to feel just a tiny bit better than before, one little feeling at a time, then we've begun the reversal of a lifetime of negative attraction. That sounds really good to me, right? Reversing a lifetime of negative attraction. Wow, I'd like that. Well, let's go on and see what's next. The next section is called intending. After you've started to get your wants out in the open, there's one more step that's helpful here, and that is turning your wants into intents. Because the word want might still cause some emotional blisters to erupt, you may feel a whole lot better intending. Intending is sort of a combination of I want and I expect. And a good place to start is by intending for small things throughout the day. Not only does this provide some valuable practice along with rapid evidence, but it opens up new and much needed energy pathways that have never been opened before. And each new pathway means you're receiving more of that higher flow of source energy than you were before, so feeling good becomes easier, which opens you to more and higher energy, which, etc., etc., etc. Daily intending develops these new outlets for the energy to flow through. The more we intend, the more we're using that high frequency energy, which quickly becomes a two-way street. The more we use it, the more of it we're getting. This creates a sort of protective cover around us, like wrapping ourselves in a safety blanket where we have much less chance of being sideswiped by old beliefs that continue to bring us things we don't want. I make it a point to intend with little things all day long. I intend to arrive at my destination safely. I intend to be on time and feeling great. I intend to find a convenient parking place. I intend to feel good in my clothes. I intend to sign the deal. I intend to keep my bank account at a certain level or beyond. I intend to find joy all throughout the day, not such a little thing. And I also intend to help my clients feel at ease. And as long as my valve is open while I'm intending, they always come about. On the larger issues, if your intent for the day is to feel joy, you wouldn't even be able to find an upsetting show on TV. If your intent is to have a new kitchen installed without a hitch, that's the way it will be unless you close your valve over something. If your intent is to finish the harvest before supper, watch how easily you get it done. I'm not sure what she's talking about. Finishing the harvest? I don't know, maybe she was born on a farm. Anyway, let's continue. With major, larger wants, if you will turn every want into a statement of intent and allow yourself to feel the power behind it, it's like, yes, you'll be amazed at what happens. I intend to move by next year means I haven't a clue how it's going to happen, but I know I'll find out because I'm determined to do it. I intend to have a new relationship. I intend to learn a line dance. I intend to have a full bank account. I intend to find happiness in all that I do. I intend to make new friends. I intend to find a deeper spiritual connection. You must feel the strength when you speak it. Feel the authority, the force of command, the muscle behind the energy leaving you, the completion. But use with caution. Intending is a dynamic unto itself, not to be abused and never to be turned into a mindless habit. I know that I teach my clients a process called segment intending, which sounds similar to that, where you go through your day and intending what you want to have happen. And you do it usually the night before the next day. So your next day goes how you want it to go. And it usually does work. Anyway, the next session is called Dare to Want. Whether you call it intending or wanting, take off your shackles and do it. Dare to want. Dare to dream new dreams. Dare to take your old dreams out of the closet and dust them off. Give yourself permission to want. In fact, make yourself want. Then pick a funky, non-essential little want and start talking about why you want the thing until you get the hang of clicking into that turned-on feeling. Before you know it, you'll be having physical manifestations on your hands, and I'm here to tell you, when that happens, it's a screamer of the first degree. Check out what you like or don't like about what you've got in your life right now. Then get over the guilt of wanting and get that want motor revved up. For wanting brings the passion, passion brings joy, joy brings more wanting, and now you're creating on purpose. You are the inventor and partaker all in one. Never mind being the design engineer who has to figure out how something will come together. That's no longer your job. Go for material things, of course, but also stake your claim for universal or intangible things, such as, I want joy to radiate through my heart. I want my whole family to feel joy. I want to know that everything is always okay. I want to have a great sense of freedom. I want to know I have choices. I intend to see more choices. I intend to trust that all is well in the world. I intend to learn deliberate creating. I intend to learn to become an energy manager. I intend to be aware of my resistance. I intend to be aware of my feelings. I intend to enjoy life to the fullest. I intend to have more fun. I intend to lighten up. I intend to have a closer connection with my source. The point is to get over the stigma of wanting and do it. Dare to want whatever in this whole wide world will give you pleasure. For wanting is taking charge. Wanting is creating. Wanting and manifesting those wants into reality is fulfilling your reason for being. And therein lies the true richness of life. And that is so true. Get lost in what you want. Be brave and want material things, want emotional things to happen. But just do it. Focus on what you want, Because what we focus on is what we're setting ourselves up to attract. And that's more wonderful information from Excuse Me, Your Life is Waiting. Thanks for listening. Tomorrow I'm going to continue on with Chapter 5, which is called Conditions Be Damned. She has the funniest chapter names. Have a wonderful day. Have a high vibration day. If you want life coaching from a law of attraction point of view, contact me through lifecoachdavid.com and keep on track. Keep yourself at a high vibration because we all deserve to attract what we want.